I'm going to show you how to personalize your Google Slides up next on Gifted Guzman. Hello and welcome back. I'm Gifted Guzman and I'm going to talk to you today about personalizing Google Slides. This is part of my digital journal section where I'm going to have students use Google Slides to make a journal for their class. I'm teaching English Language Arts and Science this upcoming year, and so I have journals for both of those. What I want the students to be able to do is to add some personalization to their slides so that they can have some ownership of that and it kind of becomes their own, just like we would with a journal in class. We would normally, add some duct tape and add some different pictures and things like that. And we can't do that right now, so we're going to do this digitally. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And I'm also showing my students. So hi students, if you're watching this, I'm going to show you how to do this if you don't already know how to customize your Google Slides. So I'm going to show you my screen here. This is my journal. You're probably getting used to it. You've seen it a lot of times. So this first page, this main page of the journal is basically like your front cover. So this is where you're going to get to personalize it, and you're going to get to show off kind of who you are and what you like and what science things that you enjoy the most, whether it's biology or geology or astronomy, whatever it is that you prefer. So the first thing in this box is you would type your name. So my name is Mrs. Guzman. And my name looks kind of boring right there in that box. Bummer. That's really boring. Don't love it. Well, how can I change my name to show my uniqueness? Well, I can highlight my name. So I left click with my mouse and highlight my name by scrolling over it. And then I come up here where it says Arial. This is the font that Google Slides has preset chosen for me. And I can look through all of these different fonts that I have. Now, I've downloaded some extra fonts, so I may have fonts that you don't necessarily have, but you can look through your fonts and you can make it whatever you want. And as you change it, it'll change on there and you can look at it and say, oh, I like that one. That one's fun. Oh, no, I don't really love that one. That one's not super great. And there's tons and tons. So you can play around with this for just a little bit. Let's say I love that one, okay? But I want my name to be like really large because I want it to show off. I mean, Science Journal is pretty large. I can come over here where the font size is, and Google has two ways to change the font. You can either use the plus or minus, and you can make it smaller or larger that way slowly in slow increments. Or if you click right here on the font size, you can jump up to some bigger sizes, okay? So I love that. I just want that to be about that large. But I don't really love the gray. So what do I do with the gray? Well, I can come over here to the text color. You'll see a letter A, and there's a gray bar underneath it. That shows me what color it is. If I click on this, then I can come here and I can pick any color that I like, okay? I'm gonna pick this magenta color. I just happen to like that. So, oh my goodness, look at me. That is lovely. Okay, so I've got my name on there and it's in Texas A&M magenta-ish type colors and I'm kind of loving it, right? So step one tells me to choose a background color. Well, how do I do that? Background. Oh my goodness, look at that right there. It says background right there. You see that? Right here on the screen. I need to make sure that I'm clicked on the slide. I'm not in here, right? Because this is telling me to make edits here. I'm not in here. That's telling me to make edits there. I have to be clicked in the slide. So I take my cursor and I click in the slide so I'm not in any of the text boxes, and I'll get something that says background. I click on background. I can choose a color. I've asked you, my students, or you watching this video, I've asked my students to choose just a color. So we're just going to go with a color. They could choose an image, but that's a whole other topic of conversation. And if you want to let them, that's fine. When you choose a color, you have two options, a solid color or a gradient color. A gradient is just where it goes maybe from lighter to darker, darker to lighter, or either way. Okay. I like, I'm not sure why, but I love green for science. I think because I'm biology is my favorite branch of science. So I'm going to pick this gradient green and see how I like it. Oh, well, it doesn't really go with my magenta. So do I want to change my magenta or do I want to change my green? Because I kind of am loving the green. Well, I'll come back and I'll change my magenta. My magenta is not going with it really well. Need something kind of light and bright. Ooh, loving it. Okay. So I'm tweaking it. I'm moving around. I'm playing with it. I'm getting it good. Okay. Now I've asked my students, I've asked you students to insert 6 to 10 science pictures to use to decorate this journal cover. Well, where am I going to find pictures? Oh, I have to insert a picture. Okay, so I go to insert at the top and choose image. Now image has several options. I can upload something from my computer that I've saved, something from my drive, from photos by URL. If I have a camera, if I'm on my device, I can use the camera, or I can search the web. If I click on search the web, images that I'm allowed to use for free come up over here from Google. And so I can just search. I can literally just type in science and get so many different kinds of science images that I might like. Well, I really like this scientist. So I click on her, and when I click on her, I'll see this little check mark, and down below, you can't see because my head is in the way, but down below it says one selected, and you can click on insert. And so you click on that and it's going to insert it. Now the image has these little boxes around it, the little blue boxes, and then you'll see that your cursor will change to these little arrows, and you can make it bigger or smaller depending on how you want it to be, and then you can drag it and move it around. So I like her. I'm going to go with that, but I need 6 to 10, so I've got to keep going. So again, insert image. I'm just going to keep searching from the web. Science was the last thing I put in, so it comes up again, so I can keep searching and looking through these and see, oh, what kinds of science things do I like? Oh, wow, I'm just like the very overwhelming. Oh, look at this. This is very interesting. So I can also grab it with my cursor and I can just drag it over, and it's creating it and it's getting it ready. And then I can resize it and I can put it anywhere I want. Okay. So you're going to do this 6 to 10 times. You know, if you go through here and you like 10 of them and you just want to add 10 of them, that's great. You can add 10. I've said that you could add 6 to 10. You can just keep going and add all kinds of science things. Maybe there's something you like, a volcano. So you search up volcano. That's scientific. That's geology. That's amazing. And so you find a volcano. Oh, this looks lovely. So you get that and you drag it over there. Whoopsie. I drug it to the wrong page. And you insert it. And you make it whatever size you want. And there it is. And you can even, do you see this little circle at the top of the image right here? So if you put your crosshairs over the circle and you click on the circle, and then you move your mouse, you can actually rotate these. So you can have these images like anywhere you want, and you can move them around and you can rotate them like this. Well, but I don't really care about this corner of this image. What do I do if I want the image behind this other image? Well, I don't like it like this. What can I do? Well, you click on this image that you want to be behind, you right click on it, and then where it says order, you're going to go and send it backwards, okay? And you're going to send it to the back until it's behind the image that you want. You don't want to send it all the way behind your background, but you can do that. You can also click on this image, and do you see this up here? It looks like a frame, and it says crop image. You can click on this, and let's say you didn't like all of this land over here and you just wanted more of the magma. Then you can drag these black lines over and you can just have that section of the picture come up on your screen. So isn't that fabulous? There's just all kinds of different things that you can do, that you can get used to, that you can play around with so that you learn how to use Google Slides and customize them. So I would recommend starting this way and just using all of these. And then when you're ready, maybe you can add something else in, or save some of your own pictures and put things in. If you maybe had a drawing that you made that you liked, you could take a picture of it and email it to yourself or save it to your Google Drive from your cell phone. And you could have your own pictures in there that you've drawn if you really like to draw. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with this to personalize your Google Slides, okay? So I want you to go out there and practice, personalize your journal. For you teachers that are watching, this is a good thing that you can practice. Make a copy of your own journal, personalize it, maybe make your own video like I'm doing here so that you can show your students how you personalized yours, and then just let them kind of be creative and have some fun, okay? All right, well, thanks so much for tuning in. I'll have some more tips and tricks next time.